In today's episode, I'm spending the night in a tiny capsule survival shelter, climbing a mountain covered in ice, and experiencing the most beautiful sunset I've ever seen. A bit of a late start, but as they say, being late's relative. The same could be said about my recent upload schedule. I haven't posted in a while, but that's because I've had a few failed stores, so everything got delayed a bit. But if you're watching this video, it means I finally broke the curse. It's a whole mess. There's been huge amounts of rain last year in this area, and that's what caused all of this mess. The forecast was a bit more pessimistic than this, so I'm pleasantly surprised about the weather. Fingers crossed it stays like that. You see, all of this rubble wasn't here before. It all came down from the mountain and decorated this forest. It was now the second year in a row we've had problems with this kind of flood. I just hope 2025 is a bit more merciful. If you watched my previous video, you've also seen the damage from the neighboring valley. Oh. You know I've got to do it. It's too satisfying to miss out on. Okay, now I've got a bit of a steep uphill, and then up to the left and towards that mountain. Once we get a bit higher, I'll be able to give you a better view of the route. Another view of the mountain. You can't really see the bivouac yet, but it's right about here. This route is officially still closed, so I don't recommend going up here. It's doable if you know your way around, but not for everyone. Now if I would go straight here, I'd go towards the mountain I climbed last time, but it's not what I want to do. You need to go left. I've got just about 500 vertical meters left, so I'm around the halfway mark. I meant to the bivouac. At the top it's another 500, so in total 1000. There's a lot of these ups and downs, but I don't want to record every single detail because then the video will be too long and I'll probably get bored. I just try to record what I think is interesting. So I might leave some stuff out, but it's nothing important. These ants really just decided to build their house in the worst place possible. Oh, right in the sheep. It's getting chilly now that we lost the sun. Nothing better than figs for a snack. Not gonna lie, it's probably the last bit of sun we'll get to see today or tomorrow. For now you can still see a glimpse of the bivouac, but the mountain has been completely engulfed in the clouds. I'm gonna leave my sticks here and hope no chamois poops on them. Bought myself some new glasses. My previous ones were so messed up that I could barely see through all the scratches. Well, maybe I'm overreacting a bit, but it did bother me a lot. And I feel like it's worth investing in your vision. And I really like the glacier flaps. I was always annoyed when the sun was shining from the side, so it's a nice upgrade. Okay, now I need to go through this couloir and behind this giant rock to the bivouac. We have to make it quick through here because there's big chunks of this snow melting and falling down every now and then. Other than that, it's nice and solid. Could even say perfect condition so far. Look at that. That's just pure ice. I'm gonna drop my gear off at the bivouac and up to the top. That's the capsule. Shall we take a look inside? For a proper tour you'll have to wait until I get back. And I'm just gonna throw some of my stuff inside and get back on the road. If you want to have fire, you have to bring it up with you. Homemade banana bread, made it myself. That's a nasty sound. All of a sudden I feel so much lighter. I wonder why. Okay, I've got about a third left to the top. It looks like just slightly opened up a bit. It's 1:30 at the moment and the sun goes down a bit pre 5 o'clock, I think. So that gives us... Give me a moment. Math is not my subject. 1, 2, 3, 3.5 hours. No way! No way we've made it above the clouds. I had zero hope of that happening, but here we are. Holy moly. Well, looks like I was wrong. Might just get to see the sun one more time after all. Can I update you on the route again? Something like that. Not the most accurate, but enough to give you an idea. And came up here, around the corner. Oh, look at that. It's the mountain from my previous video. Don't be shy now. Not quite thick enough for climbing, but still cool. If you're wondering about the avalanche danger, it's pretty minimal at the moment. Everything's nice and compact, and there's not much snow to begin with. This would be such a nice line to ski if only the snow reached the bottom of the valley. And we meet again. Here just below the saddle, and off into the rocks we go. There's really not many things better than this. Do that all day. Oh man, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. It's the peak of life. Okay, I need to put some layers on. My ears are... oh, I don't know if I'm touching my ear or my helmet. Everything's numb. my phone a bit lower to record the sunset time lapse. While my phone does all the work for me, I'm gonna eat my banana bread, enjoy this view. It might look romantic, but it's so freaking cold. If I put the gloves off for more than 5 seconds, my hands get all stiff and useless. Placing the batteries on my camera was quite a task. Oh, what are you doing here? Yeah. Brave fellas. Are you not cold? You don't even have shoes on. Oh, I need to run some laps, I'm freezing. Went to check in on my phone and the battery died, so we're gonna have to patch it up with the camera. I lost both the sun and the will to stay here any longer. Let's go back while we still have some daylight. My intrusive thoughts are telling me to climb up here, but then I wouldn't be able to get down. Maybe better not. In the right conditions, going down can be so much faster in the winter than in the summer. Crunchy, crunchy. Home sweet home. It's too shabby. Light this place up. I probably want a full tour, so here you have it. This is the entrance, and table, lay out your stuff, and then you've got the main area, the sporget, and some rocks. I don't know why that is. And then the bedroom with 2 bunk beds. So can anyone tell me why there's rocks here? I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's gonna get smoky in here. We only got one chance today because I didn't bring the flamethrower. Oh yeah, it's leaking. I know why there were rocks up here to hold this down. Didn't forget about the pasta this time. Main ingredient. I miss my flamethrower. This is taking forever to boil. You know what? I think I'm gonna take out one circle. I've got the door and the window open and it's still smoking here. So, as soon as you step in here, the eyes start burning. That's close enough. Oh, my eyes. Can't see anything. So much about a cozy bivouac. You have to catch my breath every 30 seconds. Perfetto. Before I start eating, I just want to say a huge thanks to my mom for the meat sauce. I'm gonna need the protein. Parmigiano. Just throw that in there. You can tell I love Parmigiano. One time I ate a whole bag in just 2 meals. You have to make the most of the fire while it's still going. Get some more water. Alrighty, gotta do the dishes. An old book I found here in the bivouac. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I had a choice to make. Either I bring my winter sleeping bag, no firewood, or firewood and my summer sleeping bag. So I chose the second option. Might regret it in the middle of the night, but it is what it is. Probably gonna leave the window open throughout the whole night because I would like to wake up in the morning. How do I do this? Oh, quite elegant. It's 11 o'clock, the fire went out, and so will I. Good night. Good morning. Oh man, I don't know if it's the smoke or what, but I've never slept so good in the mountains before. Maybe that's the secret to smoke yourself up. Did have some wild dreams though, so maybe that's the side effect. Okay, let's eat some breakfast going. Looks like a nice day. For breakfast, I got a bit of everything. An apple, an egg, banana bread, and some leftover figs. Oh, hit my head so hard on the door frame. Oh, good thing I got protection. There hasn't been a breath of wind ever since I got to the bivouac. Either it's in a really good spot or I'm just lucky. Okay, gotta start packing up. I just have to triple check because I tend to forget stuff. I think we've got everything. You turn away for a moment and it's all foggy all of a sudden. Well, I'm leaving anyway, so I couldn't care less. Almost forgot about this. See some fresh poop. Just missed it. Maybe it wasn't the best idea to leave them here. About a week or two ago, one of my Patreon members contacted me and wanted to send me a shirt from an online store he and his friend launched, I think last summer. I was a bit hesitant at first because I don't like to receive stuff for free, but at the end I did accept the gift because I really liked what their brand stands for. They're focused more on sustainability and fair labor instead of consumerism, which is a rare thing to find nowadays. They didn't expect nor want a shout out, so I'm doing this purely because I really respect their vision and want to share their message. If you want to take a look for yourself, I'll leave a link down in the description and you can check it out. The thing that stood out to me the most is when I received the package, there was a message on the wrapping that said, if it ever breaks, sew it back together. And that's something I can stand behind. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I don't do sponsored stuff. So whenever I say something positive about a product, it's just my honest thoughts, and there certainly isn't any money involved. Quite something water can do.